Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And everyone has requested, to create a checklist for Abinitio interview so that it will be useful for, for various people, okay, for various years of experience. So to start with the 3 plus and 5 plus and 8 plus, we'll just cover up to 10, okay. So from 2 to 10. So normally for 2 years, I think there are no openings, okay, in MNCs. But just go through the website and then if you get an opportunity, just apply. You can apply after 2.5 years. Okay, we'll just quickly go through the checklist, and then I hope you like this video. And then if you want to browse other playlist, you can go and check. I'll just ping the link above for the entire interview questions. Okay, for the overall Abinitio interview questions, I'll just ping the link above. So you can know you can segregate your compound level, and then you can view that playlist as well. So first, first we'll focus on 3 plus. Okay, so these are they are juniors. Okay, so I'll just my idea to to present this is to discuss on the on the status of these 3 plus. Okay, so how would they perform? Okay, so if I were a recruiter, then what's my point of view? Okay, so when I'm recruiting, so I'll be looking for those those points. Okay, so some points which which is like which should be more satisfying. Okay, so related to the experience level. So for the 3 plus, for 3 plus, let's say 3 plus year of experience. Okay, so they're just they're just junior buddies, right? So they got they align with the seniors, they will take the work task, and then they used to just develop some few analysis from just put the graph or coordinate with the senior developers. Okay, so the expectation for them, like these are like day-to-day activities. Okay, so just exposed, okay, just they got just exposed to the tool, and then some people worked in support, migration or maintenance or whatever. Okay, so even developer opportunity. Okay, so whatever, so even admin as well. Okay, so just exposed to tool, and then working on the tool. Okay, so this was the no, this is the status of 3 plus. And then few buddies, they go overtime, and then they they experiment on tool. Okay, so that is like a good practice for them. So I would advise you know for the for career growth. Okay, so I would advise these points. Okay, the experiment, and then experiment ab issue, and then I'll just put here. Okay, in the current tool. Okay, if you see, if you end up if you end up in ab issue, then you have to work in ab issue. Okay, so otherwise you can go for other technologies. Okay, so other technologies, whatever, like your core team, or someone in your some friend, like your in your circle, that that works. Okay, so just plan this accordingly. Okay, so for 3 plus, I would know, I highly encourage this one. So this is no, that's what 3 plus does. So let's look for the expectation. Okay, let's come to the expectation here. So here the expectation here is first I'll just tell. Okay, so see, if I were recruit, okay, so I will be checking whether you're fake or not. Okay, just this first point. Okay, so are you there are like many fake profiles now roaming around here. Okay, roaming here. Okay, I mean now if you take one for example. Okay, so there are like common issues. Okay, I'll just address the common issues while handling a fake profile. Okay, so even if you ask your senior developer or senior lead position, like lead tech lead, like who has done many interviews. Okay, so that they will find out. Okay, within like 2 or 3 questions, they'll find out whether he or she is a fake, or he actually worked in Abinitio or not. So there are like many scenarios here. Okay, so referencing to the notebook. Okay, notebook, or notes. Okay, while interview, and then lip sync. Okay, like in movies. Okay, lip sync, and then some phone reference. Okay, uh, and then and then proxy. All we have seen all these. Okay, so the like person recruiter who has done many, like lots of interviews. Okay, more than 20, 30, 50, has seen has seen like all these kind of stuffs. Okay, from the candidate. So I would highly recommend to avoid this. Even if you don't see, even if you just know the basics, or just construct as a simple graph, just be on your own, be genuine with your interview. Okay, so this doesn't work out, and then we won't expect this one as well. Okay, if we get if we catch this, at least any one of this one, that will make a bad picture, and then we'll just write the feedback. Okay, once we close the interview, we'll just write a feedback to our manager saying that just a one word. Okay, just a one word called foul play. That's it. No need to no need to tell the stories to the manager. Just the manager expect one crisp word. Okay, just foul play. That's it. This will just block your profile in this in this entire organization maybe. Second thing. Okay, so if you are genuine, okay, then what to expect? Okay, so you're a genuine, you're a genuine support guy, or a dev guy, okay, or admin guy, okay, whatever. Okay, so if you're a genuine Abinitio person, so we would expect first, are you exposed to tool? Okay, tool exposure, we'll check this one. Okay, how will okay, how will we check? We'll check this with some basic questions. Okay, that we'll see in that below. Okay, so we'll just see that. Okay, so the tool exposure, so that's the for the main Abuni show. See, professionals, the tool cost is expensive. Okay, so the first thing that we look out for is the tool exposure. If you don't have a proper tool exposure, then that's a red signal, red flag. Okay, so the thing is, we look out for this one, and then the additional part is, are you a team player? Okay, are you a good team player? Because that we want when we form a team. Okay, normally in every project, in any company, they have a project where we have an architect, okay, leads, and then a bunch of junior developers. Okay, developers are a bunch of professionals. Okay, you need to be a good team player. Okay, so that will get okay, that will no will it's visible. Okay, it's visible in your interview. Okay, how well you perform and how optimistic you are. Okay, so even if you are turning out some some questions that you don't know, if you're turning that question into other questions. Okay, so for example, if you don't know some question, you can ask us, okay, can you give me another use case, or can I give you another solution that I know. Okay, so you should be very highly optimistic. Okay, so that we'll see. Okay, so these are 3 points. Okay, so make sure you don't go to this area. Okay, because like we have just to add on. Okay, just to add on, we have like lot of money lobbying. Okay, like in you say, like for example, telegram proxy people. Okay, uh, proxy people, and then course sellers. Okay, course sellers, they sell for 10K or 20K or whatever. Okay, and then tool sellers. Okay, what to say, those are illegal. Okay, those are illegal, and then it doesn't end up in nice way. Okay, even if you do all these stuff, if you don't if you're not able to crack at least one interview, then whatever you spend, okay, whatever money or time you spend, that's a complete waste of time. Okay, so I would encourage not to do that. Like instead, you can just refer to the resources available. Okay, free resources available. You can go to this website, and then you can learn yourself. Okay, don't, if you don't have a time, just you can just spend half an hour, 1 hour daily. You just have to concentrate daily. Okay, so be consistent. Be consistent daily. Okay, be consistent, and then spend uh, just half an hour. Okay, half an hour for any use case, or 1 hour. Okay, daily for your career growth. See, not only for Abinitio thing. Okay, so not only for Abinitio thing. So I'm just saying for your career growth. Okay, career and finance, or whatever your passion or whatever. Okay, just spend this. So you can avoid that totally, and then that's what we look for. Okay, our expectation is you got a tool exposure or not. So that will confirm by from the following questions. Okay, that I will share it now. Okay, questions, and then area concepts. Okay, basic concepts, and then basically concepts. Okay, so questions are just later. No, there are a lot of interview questions. Okay, we'll just do it on another day. So for now, I just provide you the checklist. Okay, so this is expectation. Okay, so we can easily figure out the genuine and fake people within just 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, we can easily figure out the way they answer. Okay, whether they're looking down or wherever. Okay, the way they answer, like whether they, is there any someone along with them. Okay, so everyone can see, anything can be figured out. Okay, it's not a like both are on video. See you turn on video, your video, right, while interview. Okay, so we can do we can easily figure out. So that's the expectation. Okay, so now we'll go for the concept checklist. Okay, so here so if you are a genuine, okay, so if you are a genuine guy, okay, if you are a genuine guy, okay, so you actually, okay, because there is, see there is then, like, you don't have any way to learn outside. Okay, so only way to learn is you either get into corporate and then you get a, get into apprenticeship project. So other than that, getting into other, trainings, there are, see, there are, like, apart from this, right? So I think, in Pune or somewhere, okay, I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure, okay, for, don't consider like only this location, okay, like Pune, Hyderabad, or wherever, okay, Chennai, wherever, okay, if you have course, okay, if any training institute that, if they are promising you that they will land you an ab initio job, then see, that, see, there are like lot of day-to-day activities questions that you won't gather, okay, from the institution. Okay, so institution, they will just, get your money, and then they will just give you the tool access. Okay, they would have some tool access. Okay, some people, they will have some old tool. Okay, so they will just share with you, and then they will just get you the money. Okay, so I don't think you can, even if you go for it, if you are able to crack the interview, then fine, but that's kind of unwanted thing. Okay, so we'll just go for the concept checklist quickly. Okay, so the thing is, if you're genuine, I just told you, if you're genuine, okay, so be it support, or, you know if you're genuine, okay, let's take this point. If you're genuine, support or dev or admin, okay, so admin, you will get the configuration questions, and then everything, okay, the setup, okay, content to GD, and then whatever work you've done, okay, so questions will be related to that. So I think frequently, I think now recently, admin jobs are, uh, they are like, okay, we are getting more admin jobs. Okay, so you can look into that one. Okay, just go to Naukri, and then just filter that. Okay, if you're an admin person, just you can comment down. Okay, so if you are admin, okay, so that, we'll get to know if you are following this channel. So for support and dev people, okay, so here mainly, config related, and then, so mainly, prod support. Okay, what are prod activities that you do, and then, some no system installation or whatever. Okay, so whatever work you do, okay, some directory, creation, or, okay, whatever. Okay, so you'll be getting that, and then some, and then the commands. Okay, so commands that normally use being a Abinitio person. Okay, so this one, okay, I will show you for Abinitio support and dev. For these people, okay, for Abinitio admin and Abinitio support and dev. Okay, so okay, for these people, so if you are genuine, okay, if you have worked for 2 or 2.5 or 3, okay, just try. If you are 2.5, just try, just start looking for the, applying, and then start looking for, jobs. Okay, if you get a chance, for an interview, don't waste the interview. Okay, even if there's a first attempt, okay, just be like, focus on that one, and then, because like you have a, being a 2.5 or 3, if you get a nice opportunity to, like, to scale up your, financial growth, then that would be nice, right? So focus on that, and then now for this one, okay, for this one, uh, your interview is going to be a easy one. Okay, compared to seniors, okay, compared to 5 plus, your interview should be the easy one. Okay, so you should be, if you're thorough with basic component, it should be total easy one. And see, and if you are following this channel, if you are following all the use cases, and then if you're studying all the theory in this, from this side, I would guarantee you that, like, you will just, just clear within first attempt. Okay, that I can promise you, because, when you compare your interview, your experience with the 5 plus, your interview process will be like way better. Okay, regarding the questions, and then even if you miss one or two questions, the recruiter may consider you. The reason is, okay, I'll just tell you the reason. Okay, the reason is, you are not getting the high salary. Okay, So you'll be getting a single digit, okay. So know, like if you are 3 plus, if you are 3 or 4 or 5, okay, like less than 5, okay, 3 or 4 or 2, 2 1, like from 2 to 4, okay, consider 2 to 4, you will be getting around, let's not judge, but if you are getting a single digit, okay, if let's say you are getting less than 7 lakh, okay, from from 3 lakh to less than 7 lakh, let's say, okay, in this range. Okay, so they can easily hire you. They can give you some, that depends on your negotiation. Okay, if they can hire, if they can give you 9L package or 12 or 11 or whatever. Okay, so that depends on your skill and negotiations. Okay, that will come back later. Okay, so this is one of the main reason. Okay, so but the cost allocation, and then you are affordable. Just a one just a one word. Okay, if you're talented and you're affordable, then you see, you are, they won't say no to the management. Okay, if I ever recruiter, if I find you talented, if I find you affordable, okay, so in affordable, no, the managers and the delivery managers, they know, they know your salary, okay, thing. Okay, so if I find you talented, if I push your profile to higher management, higher management finds you, flexible, okay, flexible, affordable, okay. So flexible, I think now, now after COVID, right? So I think a pan, right, pan India, so you don't have to worry about location. So affordable and talented, okay. So these, see, all these points are working for you. So that's why, like, you need a jump, okay, you need a must jump, when you are 3 or less than 4, okay, at least one jump. So that's what. Okay, now we'll see, come for the concept checklist. Okay, for we'll just focus on Abinitio. Okay, so we have Abinitio. So interview, mostly, see, most probably, I think you'll be assigned, okay, you'll be scheduled a 30 minutes call, interview call, and then you have Abinitio, Unix, and then SQL, and then if you are, if you have experience on control M, jobs, like, let's take this as a job scheduler, okay, job scheduler. Okay, so you'll be tested on this one. Okay, in Urban will just quickly go through what are the concepts. Okay, so being a 3 plus, okay, being a no junior, okay, we expect you to have hands on. Okay, you must have the hands on. So we'll test you on basic components. Okay, so basic components, just their functionalities. Okay, not too complex. Okay, functionalities, parameters, okay, and then some mild use cases, okay, some use cases, but that won't be much hard, okay, that be easy only. The basic command that you need to focus is reformat. Just note, you can note down, okay, reformat, roll up, okay, scan, okay, filter by expression, and then dedupe sort. These are the primary ones, okay. These are primary ones. You won't get any rare or rare and complex component. You won't get that, okay. Even if you get that, even if you miss, you don't have to worry, okay. So that's the point, okay. So basic component, be thorough. See, you be thorough in reformat, okay. So reformat, you should know about all the parameters, count, count, transform, and then select, and then output index and everything. Roll up, you understand the difference between roll up and scan, okay. So I missed one thing. So here, theory, okay. So theory, so these are the areas you should focus on, okay. You should focus, and then you have some use case, and then I'll just provide you commands. Yeah, so commands, add commands, and then m commands, okay. So add and m commands. So focus on this one. So being a junior, you should focus on these areas, okay, thoroughly. So if you first focus on this one, okay, later you can come to a join, partition, other complex scenarios, okay. First focus on this one, because if you complete these areas, you can able to crack at least, if you have 10 questions, at least more than 6, okay. That's our goal, okay. So more than no more than 6 questions out of 10. Okay, So that you should have that goal. Okay, so this is a basic idea. Okay, for the 3 plus you'll get, you'll get around these questions. Okay, for example, in end commands they will ask you how do you dump a file, multi-file. Okay, so you have to say like mdump, and then how do you select the records. Okay, and then in R, check out or check in or log, okay, water. Okay, so those questions I will just discuss later. Okay, so this is just a concept checklist. Okay, so just note down this checklist so that you won't miss anything in the interview. Okay, so here then we'll come back to Unix. Here, see, first of all, in Unix, okay, there are like lot of concepts. Okay, you don't have to focus on network and all. Okay, just the data transformation part. Okay, so being a data engineer, just focus on the commands that will be operated on the data. Okay, you don't have to focus on, avoid. Okay, avoid network. Okay, network kind, network related, and then process related. Okay, process related queries, Unix commands. Okay, whatever, shell script or whatever. Okay, you can avoid that. So being so, if you like, if you have to perform the data transformation part on the Unix. Okay, so like what questions they typically ask. Okay, they will ask you to how do you fetch. Okay, particular row. Okay, how do you grep. Okay, so that I'll just ping you the concept. Okay, so you focus on find. Okay, find and delete, 30 days more file. So you focus on this one, and then grep. Okay, and then hawk, and then scd. Okay, and then head and tail. Okay, I think this one you know already. So focus on these areas. Okay, so these areas like will normally operate on the, your data transmission part. So see, whatever command that you find that, that operates in the data transmission. Okay, so you're able to fetch, particularly into the, say for example, I will give you an example in a hawk. Okay, by using hawk you can fetch, fetch second row, second column. Okay, in a data, in, in set of records. Okay, if you have 5 records, with 3 columns, they will ask you to fetch second row, second column. For that, you should know the awk operator. Okay, nr and nf. Okay, you should know this, so that you can answer that, you can answer that correctly. Okay, so normally in Abinitio interview you will come across at least 2 questions. Okay, at least 2 questions from here. Okay, so okay, here then I will go to SQL. That's a skill, that's a nice part. Okay, if you want a video to make, to show it, to show like, yeah, no, see, we have got a lot of questions. Okay, so if you want a video on, separate Unix and the SQL, just a ping, just comment down. Okay, in the SQL, normally you'll get, second yes salary. Okay, this one, and then duplicates. Okay, and then order with the, duplicate order, right? So duplicate order, and then average salary. Okay, so kind of this stuff. Okay, so I'll like, I will recommend you to go to LinkedIn and then search. Okay, and then search for SQL contents. Okay, be strong in SQL. Suppose if you get, 1 or 2 questions. Okay, at least I will say at least one, or or none. Okay, because some people won't focus on SQL. Okay, because SQL, you can normally go to any chat job, any AI chat, no chatbot, you can easily view. But if you come across, your in your entry, if you come across in SQL question, that would be at least one or none. Okay, so it can be two also. Okay, that depends on the recruiter. Some recruiter like who is good in SQL, they will focus more on SQL. Okay, they will leverage down. Okay, they will know, they won't ask you any Unix. They just go for Abinitio and then SQL. Okay, so like that is kind of recruiter, recruiters idea. Okay, recruiters mindset. So that's no, that's the thing. So for, see, this is just a sample. Okay, there are like more SQL things, so you can refer to LinkedIn. Okay, so people are, people put more posts regarding SQL entry thing. So these are the complete set for 3 plus. Okay, now if we go for 5 plus, I'll see for 5 plus. Here I'll just copy this, and then okay, so 5 plus, these are, senior buddies. Okay, so coordinate with junior developers. Okay, so casually, okay, so exposed must have, okay, must have exposed to tool, whatever goes, okay, experiment, okay, this is advice for everyone, okay, across all the years. Okay, so 5 plus years they are senior buddies, they should have exposed to tool and everything. Tool, now I will just add one point, tool and process, okay, so project process, so that's an important one. Okay, because in each company, in each project there will be some process going on, okay, so that senior developers should, should be aware of all the process going in, okay, starting from the batch, okay, so how many, because like we have to guide the juniors, okay, being a senior developer we have to guide the juniors, so you should understand the end to end, okay, so we'll call as end to end, okay, because you should, being a, data engineer, you should understand, okay, the batches, okay, when those are running, and then the complete, let's say complete architecture, okay, okay, because if you start by now, when you get into 8 or 9 or 10 plus, it will be useful for you, okay, and then entire flow, entire process of flow, okay, whatever in your project, okay, in your respective project. So this is what, like, and then they will report to leads, okay, so they will coordinate with the junior developers, like mainly on the issue fixing, okay, because the junior guys, like, they will come up with some issues, we have to fix that, and then report to leads, you guys report to leads, right? So, okay, yeah, so that's what. And then expectation, okay, uh, for the seniors, expectations would be, let's say, first point, we don't normally see, I think the first point remains same for across all this years, okay, because what we see currently, okay, I think over the last years, okay, I'll just add a note, because the reason I'm not taking out this first point, because even see some guys, I'm finding some guys who are like 7 plus, okay, who are 7 plus years of experience. If you look at the profile, okay, the first step, if you look at the profile, you'll find out they are fake, okay, because I'll tell you one example, okay, so there was one candidate with the sound plus, he has experience in, he say his skill, his profile, okay, his profile says he has experience in talent, okay, talent 2 years, and then he switched it to, you say Abinitio he worked for, 4 years. Okay, so remaining 1 year or wherever, okay, before in between. Okay, so that means that, like, he has ab initio like 4 years, okay. So we asked basic questions, okay, for a 3 plus. What are questions we covered in 3 plus? We asked to that candidate. Okay, so we start. So, but but when we ask that question, he has not shown, like, he see, it looked like, like he just blinked. Okay, so he doesn't have any tool exposure. Okay, you know, and in this profile he says talent 2 years, Abinitio, and then some cloud. Okay, so cloud say GCP. Okay, so but this is like a Abinitio interview, right? So when we focus on Abinitio questions, he's like completely bad at tool exposure. So if you are completely bad at the tool exposure, then no one can save you. Okay, we'll just make you some, like, we'll just ask some few questions, and then I will just give the feedback. That is, is just a, it's not a fake, but like, in the switches, okay, if you are migrate, if you moved to Ab initio, and then if you haven't learned anything, then 3 years, what did you spend in Ab initio? That's ask, okay. So that's not but looking at the profile, we'll understand, okay, yes, he has put something, but doesn't work out, okay. So that's a one scenario, like, there are many scenarios, like one scenario we are finding, okay, in a senior people. So if you are a senior, you should have a rule exposure, and then some additional concepts, okay. So the first point will check for everything, actually, okay, because it includes a foul play, right? See, we are finding 8 plus and 9 plus doing that foul play, okay. So first point is same for everyone. And second point is that, for the senior developers, we check the concepts, okay, some complex concepts, okay, related to data warehouse, okay. So that can be CDC type, okay. So and then project activities. So this okay, we'll express this one. Okay, and then are you guiding, are you see, this one is are you guiding, are you bug fixing? Okay, so bug fixing, okay, bug fixing and helping out juniors, so that will add a good point on your new entry. Okay, junior developers. Okay, so that's what that's what the expectation. Now we'll go for the concept checklist. Okay, so here uh, if you are let's say, okay, let's say uh, you are a senior. Okay, for a senior dev or support person. Okay, so your concepts should include lookup, okay, join, and then normalize use cases. And then I missed out one thing here in the expectations, complex concepts, and then let's add one more point, problem solving. So that's what we expect from the seniors. Okay, so you will get more use cases in your interview. Okay, so that depends on which component. Okay, like kind of mix. So you will get mix. Okay, mix of those things, mix of both theory and mix of theory and use case. That that totally depends on the recruiter. Some recruiter, if even if you're senior, some recruiter will focus on only theory. Okay, so it's kind of ends up in a recruiter mindset. So look up join normalized use cases. This you should highly focus on this area. uh, provided you must have the basic component knowledge. Okay, so I haven't covered this one. That doesn't mean like you shouldn't, no, you should avoid that. But basic theory base, when I say basic component, like all the roll up and scan, roll up reform everything. Okay, basic component theory plus use case, that you should know. Okay, being senior. So additionally you will get these areas, and then you will come across some complex questions. Okay, they will test you. Okay, PDL plans, and then okay, there they will test you whether you are aware or not. Okay, so got exposure hands on, hands on or not. Okay, so they'll just test you. So be genuine and then tell them I have worked in this part. Okay, if for example if you worked in only Excel component. Okay, Excel component or JSON or something. Okay, so you can tell them I haven't exposed to the plans. Okay, in that way recruiter will will redirect to the to your area. Okay, they will ask you the some other questions. So this is what the expectation, like concept checklist. And then basically Unix and Unix and SQL, they are same for, these are same for all the years. Okay, for all years. Okay, some in some some like in some higher experience they will give you some complex scenarios. Okay, some like verbal, some problem statement. But Unix and SQL, they follow the same thing. Let's copy paste. Okay, from Abinitio, from Abinitio, so these are the concepts. Okay, so in addition, you focus on more on use case. I would suggest you to focus on more use cases, because they'll test you in these areas. Okay, so this one, and then basic component use case. For example, we have already discussed on FB, right? So filter by expression, and then what happens to filter, like if you put a -1 to 3. Okay, so this question has been repeating in Capgemini, like for all years. Okay, so you should know how to use. Okay, how to handle that. Okay, some failures or rejection, whatever. Okay, so there may be some questions focused on your rejections. Okay, rejects, errors, those areas. Okay, so what happens if you put, for example, what happens if you put null in FP self query? Okay, so what happens with records? Okay, well, will they reject or will they fail, whatever? So those kind of questions will be will be coming. Okay, so and then how to remove duplicates without uh, deep sort, duplicate without deep sort. Okay, So these kind of questions will come for your 5 plus, okay, for artificial proportions, okay, proportions, okay. So these are the things that you should highly focus on, okay. Focus more on use cases apart from the theory, have hands on, okay. We'll go for next one, 8 plus, okay. So just so Unix and SQL, you just focus on same thing, okay. So can make a note of, be be ready with the Unix questions and SQL. Okay, you can just study them, and then for the senior, for the for other purpose, you can just daily brush up your Abinitio concept. Now we'll focus for 8 plus. I'll go for 8 plus here, okay. I'll focus on 8 plus here. In 8 plus you have expectation is, you have, if you have crossed 8 plus, okay, so you should have had experience on, they'll check you if you have experience on team leading the team, okay. Because like recruiter from company, if you are 8 plus, your position, no, normally they'll give you a lead position, okay. So they'll test you for this, for this role, okay. If you are if you have experience on leading the team, they will test you on here, okay. And then everything, so whatever questions that comes to 3 plus or 5 plus should come to you as well, okay. In addition, you have the responsibility, okay, because of your expertise, it comes the responsibility, right? You, okay. So that was okay. This is one extra point, okay. And then first point, okay, fake, or that one is normal, okay. Additional, like you have okay, whether you have done, okay. So this is like, okay, this is like, this point is no, it's same, it's like it's a must for Aboriginal people, because like more people, they switch from see, fake matlab, see, if you are a support, if you are Aboriginal support, if you are trying to switch to dev, okay, but you don't have proper exposure or proper knowledge, then the recruiter will not consider your real dev profile, okay. So in that case, like, you'll be like, quote of the fake only, okay, even if you try to answer something, but if you don't end up in anything, okay, don't end up in any no questions, okay. I would like any out of 1 out of 10, or if you don't answer any questions, they will figure you, okay, you are a fake thing, you just read somewhere in the internet, and then you just come for interview, that's it, okay. So concept checklist. So here they will check your header detail trailer record operations, okay. You will get questions around here, and then SCD types, okay, CDC process, and then you get, see, this is highly important, you get partition, okay. So since we handle the MFS file, right, you have a partition questions, okay. So what happens, partition by key, okay, partition by key, what happens to that, okay. There are like some more questions in partitions that they will ask you, expect, okay. And then some plans, this one, see, either they will just figure out, okay, if you have experience in conductivity or continuous flows, okay. So contact IT, you have to focus on the loop, okay. For example, here I'll just tell you the concept, okay. You have to focus on the loops, and then subplan, and then methods, okay. um, both theory and use case, okay. How do you run, and then some other use case will come, okay. So these are highly important. And then resource, how will you manage the resource, okay. So this type of question, because see, normally plan, they'll ask you use case, okay. If your plan is stuck at running, okay, if it's running for too long, how will you debug, and then how will you fix the issue? Because you are a senior, okay, 8 plus, and then you should know how to do that if you have a quantitative experience. If you have continuous flows, they'll check you on compute point and compute and checkpoints, okay. Okay, in these areas, because in continuous flows there are like, and continuous flows related components, okay. Because like you have joined with DB, and then you have some continuous flows component, okay. Continuous flows component, they'll check that. You have roll up a continuous flow thing, right? So more components are related to continuous flows, they'll check you there, okay. So these are like addition to addition to the 3 plus and 5 plus. So you should have 3 plus and 5 plus knowledge. In addition, you should have these areas covered. So if you have these areas covered, then you are good to go. Okay, so that's the end thing. Okay, so make note of it, and then if you want different use cases, for all these topics, just comment down. Okay, so I'll just gather that we haven't started. I think we have covered these areas. Okay, we'll cover essay type 2 in the coming videos. We'll go for partition, continuity, and then continuous flows. Okay, and then you have they'll check you on dynamic process. Okay, dynamic DML, and then your meta hub. Okay, if you have experience or not. Even if you answer, you can answer if you have genuine experience. Otherwise, just skip to another questions. Okay, and that's for the thing. Okay, so this is a concept thing. Apart from that, you'll get no techno manager round. Okay, you'll have first round, first uh, technical round, and then you have techno manager. Okay, and then you have HR round, right? So here they'll focus on how do you handle the expression, how do you handle the team, everything. Okay, so normally those, I think those questions will be there, will be there in the internet. Okay, so if you are the 8 plus, you should be able to handle the team and then handle the escalation and everything. How do you prioritize the work? Okay, so these are common manager questions. Okay, so if you need, no, if you want me to put a video on techno manager round, just comment down. Okay, so I'll just gather some questions and then I'll just tell you. So for now, I just wanted to make a concept checklist. Okay, for each individual, here group. Okay, for 3 plus, for for 5 plus, and for 8 plus. So okay, that's what I wanted to do. So if I missed anything, just you can comment down below. Okay, so this is kind of okay, so I'll just see you guys in another video. Okay, so I hope it's good, and then see, we'll just focus on another concept in the coming days. Okay, until then, tata, bye bye.